Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today it's back into WarPlan Pacific. This is our play by email challenge. It is now January 18th, 1942. We've received the Axis turn back to us, and it's always a good sign early for the Allies if you see fewer things here. The less you see there, the better, generally early on. So what has happened here? Second Brigade Group has no supply source. Oh no. The Second Brigade Group has low supplies. Oh no. Fleet has low. Fleet has low. U.S. has low. Okay. Um, Fine. Let's go to the combat log. What happened last turn? Partisans, Chinese partisans going mad out here. They're just cutting some rail where they can, or at least slowing down the logistics. We had a carrier strike at Manila. Whoa! This unit's still holding on. Wow. Man, they're really putting up a fight out here. Carrier strike, they actually got a little bit of damage from our AA guns. All right. Nothing happening there. Land combat. They attacked and we took two losses, but we held somehow. I don't, this unit's really holding on. They took a point loss there. Again, we took a 1 point loss and we held again. Unbelievable. Then we held here as they attacked yet again and again and again and again. Over and over. This unit is really something. Now, they did have to turn around and come back down here by Hong Kong, Canton, and Hong Kong, and they did knock us back, which is fine. That's fine. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. Because you just got to take the pressure off Changsha until these units can build up a little bit, right? And so, yeah, he knocked us back out of here. We actually didn't even take a point loss, but we did get knocked out of there. Totally fine. That's totally fine. We got them, to move back down here towards Hong Kong. We will take that. Current turn, partisans again. A lot of partisan activity in China, if you haven't noticed. Let's go to our alerts. The U.S. oil stockpile is low. Yeah, it's at 23. Okay. We'll look at it. We'll look at it. I mean, the problem is you start off kind of with low oil production in the U.S. You think, wait a minute, what? You do, and then in June, I think it is, you pop up another 40 oil per turn, and it becomes just not an issue at all. But early, they wanted to simulate the fact the U.S. wasn't really ready for the war, and so you don't get a lot per turn. But we'll look at that in the U.S. Build queue this time. Who has low supply? Oh, this unit has low supply. That's fine. We'll pop him back into San Fran. We'll pop the other unit back out and then just go back and forth and trade stories about what's going on the high seas. This unit has low supply. This is the one that we kind of got going back and forth into San Diego. We could even take it a little further down this way, but a lot of times Japanese players won't venture out there. So we'll just go out here to San Diego, put him in port. Yeah, okay. So he did the right thing here, I think, and moved around us to not allow us to get in there. Now we could have left this unit here there, and I think that maybe would have been the better way. And so, hey, nobody's perfect. Sometimes I don't get it right. I wish I would have left him at the river. Now, we cannot afford to lose this unit. If we lose this unit, you always lose that unit. So it's not like the end of the world or anything. We will try to, we'll attack our way out of, or we're not going to get out of here, but we're going to attack because he's going to be lost anyway. We may as well. So let's hit there. We took a land loss. Okay, we'll hit there again. We took another land loss. Okay, fine. This guy is going to then back up to Chittagong. Chittagong bong. All right, off he goes. There we go. Now this unit starting to build. Wow, he's up to a 20 now. Wasn't he at like a, am I wrong? I thought he was at like 15. Seems we got a few points there. This guy's going to come around the corner and set up shop here probably. Or maybe we'll do it with him. 5 of 10. 5 of 10, 6 of 10. All right. 20 of 30, I'm probably going to take him off of priority. 5 of 10, 5 of 10. Let's look. I'm looking at it one more time. Sorry. 6 of 10. We'll take him off. We'll keep him on. He's 10. He'll be 10. We'll put him in here. He'll get hopefully well dug in. 5 of 10. We'll keep him right here on this side of the river. This guy eventually will probably bring back over here. I think he's a 10 of 10, right? So that's all good. And if they want to come up this way, I mean, there's just not a whole lot here. Now you do have the air hump that goes over to Kunming, from Lido to Kunming, and so they kind of go over the Himalayas. That's why they call it the hump. Um, that we would lose by completely abandoning Lido. But if you don't get out, you see, the only reason Lido has supply is this is a major supply source and it's on its rail, right? So, if it's on that rail, it's going to be 9 all the way. And so he will eventually have a supply problem. And I'm tempted to just take him out now. As you can see, the Chinese cannot move in here. They cannot go into Burma. Um, Maybe I'll give it one more turn and see if he's even interested in coming north. Uh, yeah, I guess I'll do it that way. All right, this guy's backed out. Let's go ahead and just, who else doesn't? Okay, you don't have supply. We know that. Partisan, partisans, partisans everywhere. Or partisans, we'd already seen that. Okay. Um, what else to do here? Not a whole lot. I want to look at this again. His range is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6. Okay, so he really hits everywhere in range that we need him to from here. So that's all good and well. He may have to move at some point because a lot of times the Japanese player will try to come up and round the corner because we have such a strong defense here at Calcutta. We shall see. We shall see. Um, Everything else looks fine here. I mean, there's really nothing else to move. These guys are just digging in and building up. He's going to be at a 1 next time. This guy will be at a 1 next time. We'll get him put in here. By the time the Japanese get up here, he should be at a 2. This guy should be at a 2. Um, we could take this unit and put him up here in the jungle as well. Now, he's actually a little stronger than him. Well, so this guy's going to go. No, we got that other 10 or this 10 going there. We probably need something there. Uh, well, gosh darn it, I keep going back and forth on this one. I don't want to give this up unless I have to, but he really always does get into supply problems once they move up this way and cut this rail. So. All right, we'll take him out. We'll take him out. We'll put him there. We'll put this guy here. All right, and then we've got our as good a defense as we could potentially have at Calcutta for the most part. March 1st, don't forget, we do get another unit. So what is that, like 4 turns away or something? Um, 1, 2, yeah, something like that. Okay, decision made. Decision made. So we've looked at the combat. Let's go look at the deployment. We do get the Deroiter this time. As you can see, everything grays out. We've got to put the Deroiter in here at the UK African bases. Let's just, before we forget it, let's move the Deroiter, and we'll put the Deroiter right up here in Diego Garcia. That's fine. While we're here, we may as well then take the Cornwall out here, and we'll put him right there. That's fine. And while we're thinking about such things, let's take the destroyer flotilla, and we'll put it right here. Okay, that's fine. He's in fleet mode. He's in fleet mode. Everything looks good. We could put him, the Deroiter, we'll put him in raider mode. We're not looking to fight with him. Nothing else to do at the African bases. Um, Nothing, and as we well know, there's nothing to do in the Dutch East Indies. That is gone. Let's just go across China. Sometimes we don't do them first, but everything's looking good out here. We'll leave this guy here as long as we can. Now, if they start pushing up this way, we'll just, turtle up around Kunming. That's fine. This guy's got knocked back. He can go to back to Zhang if he desires. This guy, he's fine, really. We could move. I like that defensive location, though. Um, the reason I like that is because it's behind two rivers, and so I really like this defensive location. We can take the units off so you can see it. You know, he's behind two rivers here, so that's really good. I actually maybe will move that other unit up this guy. We'll move him. Yes, he could move back and he could move up. He's not dug in yet, so yeah, we'll just do that. How about like that? That's fine. And if they're on roads, so like if this guy starts to get a little surrounded, he could just jump right. He can jump right back there in one turn, as long as they don't cut this road. And I don't think they can get all the way over there. So that all looks good. Um, these guys are building still. You know, they're up to 2 effectiveness, combat effectiveness there. We're not going to do anything. They're getting doubly dug in out here, which is what you want to see. Uh, everything looks good here. He could come up here, I guess, right? Why not? Why the heck not? He's not dug in yet, so let's pop him up there. He's only at 15 of 30. He should be a 2 next time. Let's get him dug in there. This guy's resting a little bit. He's only at a 14, so we've got these guys all on priority, as you can see. He's doubly dug in. He's doubly dug in. We've got the headquarters out here, which is just chilling. Um, He's behind the river. This is all very strong. Now, that's only a division. These are both divisions. Okay. This guy's an 8 of 15. He's a 7 of 15. He's behind the river, though. I think I did want to move this guy up here. Let's put him there. He's only a 7 of 15, but let's put him there for now. Now, this is kind of fool's gold for him, I believe, if he gets through here. We can always back this strong unit up. That's a 20 of 30. Although, really kind of looking at the board, maybe that's what we should have done anyway. Let's back that guy off for a second and maybe cross down here. So he's behind a river. The only reason I wouldn't do that is these are not the strongest units out here. 7 of 15, 7 of 15. We got them both, trying to get, repair, but they're not that strong. And I've got 8 of 15, 8 of 15. These are not super strong units. And so, don't really want to do that. It looks like he's pushing hard for Lan Chow. As I've said, good luck. I mean, that's fine with me. He's coming up here hot for the communists. Okay. Hills. Once we get back here, it's all hills and rain. Hills and rain. Uh, he's gonna go there. You know, he can back up another one. We'll just keep kind of backing off here. I hope he goes up here really. Um, okay. I mean, he's a 19 of 30 now. That ain't bad. This headquarters is just sitting back here. We could put him on a mountaintop if we wanted to. Do we dare? Um, this rail, he can't use it until he controls the hex, so that's not really a risk. I think this all looks fine. I mean, I can move him up one more into the city, just kind of buff that defense, or at least make it look stronger than maybe it even is. This all looks fine. We look good in China. There's nothing to do out here at Manila. I mean, I'm glad he's beating his head against a wall. Whoops. He's beating his head against a wall here. This guy's still 8 of 10 and in full supply. Okay. Okay. This guy's North Luzon's 30 of 30, 30 of 30. They're just not. Um, it's interesting. I'm trying to think how he did get supply in here. They should be interdicting the port. He's interdicting from both areas. This should eventually wilt away, but as long as they're not, that's fine. MacArthur hasn't even left the Philippines yet. My God. Oh, let's go back to the deploy screen. Did the U.S. get anything? Nope. They get that comment next time. We'll go put that down. Nothing there. China gets a supply truck March 7th. That's exciting. Australia, no units to deploy. No Canadians. No commies. No Waziristan. Division is not here yet. That's actually March 1st, so we get that in like 3 or 4 turns. And nothing else. There's nothing else to deploy. We kind of already knew that, right? We've already looked at the report. The Japanese have a lot of forces. I don't think that that's uh, shocking to you at all. They've only got 10 escorts. Keep that in mind. I'm actually surprised we can see this on Fog of War. We know exactly what their strength is. They cannot cover more than just one convoy lane with 10 escorts. Now, I don't know, maybe he's building some, but that should tell us we should get out in that eastern China Sea and the South China Sea because he's got them going through both. He's got convoys going through both, or he should. So, he can only protect it with five. We may need to get up there. Casualties. Okay, I mean, we took the majority of that at Pearl Harbor, right? The UK also lost a couple of vessels, but that happened on turn one before we could do anything. This all looks good. In India, we've now lost 40 strength points, okay, on the land, but that was to be expected again. Um, okay. That all looks good. We'll come back to this when I want to look at my subs. Nothing to do on the war panel. It's just the war panel's really UK US. That's it. Advancements, we're still cranking away. Here we've got no new research centers, so it kind of is what it is. It's just going to take a little while. It's going to take almost a year. I guess 2/3 or 3/4 of a year to get an advancement, even if you're cranking on them. So, okay, that's fine. Convoys. The UK could be sending out more oil. We've talked about why we're not going to do that. The US is sending out 4 oil. Um, oh, goodness. I've been sending those to India. Okay, let's create a new trade here with Australia. I believe that was 34 and 3. Whoops. Yep. Okay. Control 34 and 3. Okay, that should be with Australia, not India. My bad. Oh well, I don't think we've set the Australians back that much. We'll see. I hope they. Well, that should give India. Gosh, that actually may be the better way to do things now that I think about it. India's been upkeeping like crazy. I wondered why those units were jumping up so much. We were sending that stuff to India. Okay, that's fine. We need it both places. When we get to the build queue, we can also build a new Indian unit. So, okay, that all looks good. 51, we'll keep that cranked a little higher than normal. As a matter of fact, now that we have enough to build another one, for one turn anyway, let's do all production that we can into building up those Indian units. Let's do that. We'll come back to this though. Okay. Uh, I say we'll come back to it. Let's look at Australia. Yeah, so we haven't built up Australia at all. Wow. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Um, let's crank that down a little bit. Oh, okay. Usually I do it the other way around, but really, if you were going to quote unquote make a mistake, it'd be, it's kind of six of one, half dozen of the other. With India and Australia, they're your two proxy fighters at this point. So now we've got him on full support. If we did click him over to mission only, you can see he needs to be clicked onto bomb units. He's at 14 of 20. That's not bad. Let's hit them. Let's see if that does anything. We'll hit there. We'll hit him again. Um, Now we're not doing any damage, but it's kind of fun. Let's put him on full support again. He didn't lose any points, and we'll do the same with this guy. Let's doubly airstrike here. We'll put him on mission, and we'll airstrike. No, nothing there. No joy yet. He's only 7 of 20. I don't want to lose any points, but that's fine. Let's bomb away. Bombs away. We'll put him back on full support now. So we ran our missions, tried to hit this unit. It would have been nice to knock a strength point or two out because he doesn't have anything of much strength here. He does have 6 ships that are in lay. It's kind of interesting. I said that we wouldn't mind jumping out here with our subs and really, maybe taking him by surprise here. Uh, this sub's in raider mode. He can also kind of be out here a little bit, hanging out. Did this unit get any better? No, it never gets off 5 of 20. I swear to goodness, it just never does. Let's take supply off. Melbourne, right. We're good there. Canberra, Sydney, Brisbane. We could move the Canberra Squadron back out here for a little ASW work. Rockhampton, hanging in Rockhampton. Um, he needs in cans, Stanley tells me. This guy can almost, yeah, he almost got in there. All right, he's almost to Darwin now. He's now up to a 7. We can take him off of priority. That's not an issue. He's at 5. We'll give him one more turn. The states will be sending a bunch of stuff this way this turn. He's at 6. We'll take him off. Rockhampton, though, is at a 5. Townsville at a 7. He's at a 4. So we've definitely got him on at cans. And we've got both planes on. Although this one, the Americans can afford it. Let's do it. This guy appears now at a 6 of 10 at Moresby. And so, shit, I'm tempted to go up here and like really defend Moresby, but we don't get any transports still for at least 4 more turns. So we may as well just kind of stand down a little bit. Um, I don't think there's anything more to be done up here. The Philippines is what it is. Let's back off. We know that our subs down here are kind of just staying in place. I expect him to maybe come down to Nomaya or up here to what is called Espirito Santo on the map, but it's Luganville is the town. Suva, what are you guys doing? He's up to 7 of 10. I like it. This one, I always keep active. Suva's just too important. Infantry division, 6 of 10. Okay, 6 of 10. That all looks good. I sometimes bring my carriers down to Suva, or some of them, just because a lot of times the Japanese player will break up his carrier fleets to send a carrier with everything, so they're kind of out on their own. And if we send 2 or 3 carriers down here, we can have quite a bit of time. And also, as long as they're in port, they can be hit by planes, so if carriers do come in the area, they would get attacked by planes, but we can very quickly get them out of here to Auckland or even back to somewhere else down here, if we put them in raider mode. This one's all good now. We'll move him back out. This guy, he's all good. He can come out. We'll just kind of put him maybe a little more down this way. Maybe there. All right. He's in fleet mode. He's in fleet mode. We don't have one there now. He's in raider mode, but that's the sub. These subs are all in raider mode. That all looks good. They're just sitting off the coast there, just in case he gets a little squirrely on us. Um, yeah, I'm tempted to move these 2 of these carriers out and put them down in Suva. Um, but do I dare? You can also take them out to Sydney if you really want to protect Australia. Hell, we could go put him in Moresby and see how he reacts to that. You know what? I feel like being a little aggressive this game, but let's just do it. Let's put the Yorktown, the Saratoga. We'll take the Tennessee and the Maryland. We'll take the San Francisco. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take the San Francisco along for the ride. We'll take these cruisers, light cruisers, destroyer squadrons. We'll take a couple of those. See what we're leaving behind. That all looks good. We'll be getting another carrier soon, and so that'll be fun. Now, when you do this, you got to take them down this way first, all right? And so we can put them in port here. Now they will not get full resupply, but that's okay. And then we'll just bring them over next time. Um, just looking this over, the best place to put them. We'll put them, now they could be attacked by a sub there, but that's all right. We'll put them right in there. So we've got two carriers, five surface groups. So two carrier groups and five surface groups. And now they're on the move. Wow, the carriers are out. Now that does eat up some oil, so be careful. Um, you can see the oil use is a 7. As a matter of fact, you know what? Since we're low of oil, let's not do that. Wow, after that big buildup, I was going to take them out and about, but the U.S. is a little low on oil. It doesn't, in some respects, it doesn't matter that much what you do there. You can leave them at Pearl. That leaves Pearl a little unguarded. It is really the rare Japanese player that comes back and attacks Pearl Harbor in 1942. But we'll see. I don't think there's anything else to be done up here. We can move this unit out, but I'm not going to do it yet. We're going to conserve a little bit of oil if we can. This guy came back into port because he didn't have enough. This guy now does have enough. This one, well, they both do. We do want one off the coast here of all three. LA, San Francisco, San Diego. We'll just move him out there. That's fine. He's in fleet mode. Okay, that all looks good. We've moved China. We've moved India. I don't think there was anything else to do in Australia. Let's go to the build queue and let's see what we're seeing. Now, the UK has almost nothing in the stockpile. We're upkeeping. We're trying to build up what we've already got out there. Now, we have already built some things, and so the UK will be getting the Ramillies, but they'll be getting that 18th division soon. They also built an anti-air defense, which we'll probably want to put in Calcutta. Oh, that reminds me. That reminds me. I'm not too worried about these air defenses over here. So we took it out of Seattle, right? We took out of Seattle. Um, do I have one in Vancouver? No. Okay. I do have one in San Francisco, but I've also got a lot of battleships. Probably the one to take it out of is LA, if I'm being honest, because they've got planes here. Dang it. Um, let's. I want to put one in Calcutta. Let's redeploy that one. And when we get to the Americans, we'll build another one. All right. Let's just, before we forget, let's go to support. Let's do anti-air. It's 15. It'll take 3 months, but that's all right. Let's build one. Let's build two. All right, let's build two. We'll put them back in LA and probably one up in Seattle. That's fine. So we got those two. Now, how does that work when you quote unquote redeploy? Well, as you see, next turn, we'll have these two anti-air defense guns that we can place down somewhere, and then we built two more. Okay. Um, Right. Okay. Let's look back at the UK for the build. They just don't have anything in the stockpile. There's nothing we can build. We're reinforcing and upgrading what they already have to the extent that they have damage to things. US, we really cranked that up last time. Let's crank that back down to 178. I want to build another like an air superiority squadron. So let's do that. We also probably need to build like an infantry corps large at some point. Can we do an infantry corps small? Yeah, it's 144. Assault 41. Let's purchase it. And we'll have more Americans on the way. Um, as time goes on, you're not going to need to be spending all these, but as the allies ramp up, you really kind of got to spend some of them. Uh, the Soviet Union, okay, the reinforced, they're not upkeeping anything. We'll eventually build a unit there. In China, we've got everything going to reinforce and upgrade. That's fine. Australia, was the same idea. Australia was not getting that American supply. We've now fixed that. The Canadians, they don't have to fix anything because they sit around. 51 stockpile here for the commies. Okay, let's dole it out and share it. Okay, I'll stop doing the communist joke. 13. Reinforce upgrade, okay. They have not been in any battle up there. We'll eventually have enough to build a new unit. India's looking good on the stockpile and the upkeep. I love it. We were just cranking on India there. And then now that I think about it in retrospect, maybe that's the way to do it. Have the US send to India first, and so we can do this and get a new unit. They're already at 42 for assault units. Let's do it. The 20th Division, 78. It'll take 2 months to build it. But okay, India, look out. Um, New Zealand, the Kiwis, they're doing their reinforcement upgrade stuff. Okay. The Philippines, shit, I don't, who knows? Who knows? Let's crank that as high as it'll go. Let's put it on 53. Now they can't do 53, but let's do it. Um, and that's the build queue. So in this turn, I think we can pretty much wrap this up. I think that's the turn. This is one of those turns early in the game where now you're just kind of consolidating your plans. You're kind of looking around. I feel like we're a little weak here. Now we do have that stronger unit here. It's a 20 of 30. We may actually want to bust that up into two. Maybe that's what I should do. Although I hate to have three divisions right here. I mean, this is the gateway into Chungking, so I don't really love that. I actually wouldn't mind. Now, he's doubly entrenched now, though. Yeah. Decisions, decisions. That's what makes the game fun. I could always split him out and then combine him with this one, right? We do that because he's right in the middle. I like that actually. Let's do that. Let's split. Oh, gonna make it where I can't get back around up there? Really? 10 and 15. All right, let's put him there. We're gonna combine him with that unit next time, just to make it stronger right in the middle here. And then we'll have these divisions here. He really probably was better off falling back here next turn, even though he's doubly entrenched. Man, I hate giving up double entrenchment. Okay, I'm going to call it an episode. We're looking good. It's January 18th. When we come back next time, I think it's going to be in February of 1942. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really like this game, and playing against another human is a lot of fun. So anyway, have a good one. This is Strategy Gaming Dojo. I'm out.